Hi, I'm Beverly Holden, and I've been sharing my journey from religion to spirituality. So today I would like to talk about how I shifted in regard to channeling. So, when I left the church, there were several years where I just was turned off of religion. I really didn't know what to believe and was trying to figure it out. One day, my daughter tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Mom, I want you to see something." And it was a presentation by Rhonda Byrne of The Secret. So I didn't know what to think at first, but I knew it wasn't about religion, so that was a plus. It was more spiritual, and honestly, I was realizing that I was missing something in my life. I was missing a relationship with God. And so I looked into it and I read all of her books, and she recommended Neil Donald Walsh's series of A Conversation with God books. I read all of those, and that's when the first concept of channeling hit me, although I didn't realize that that's what it was at the time. I loved the easy way, the flow between Mr. Walsh and God. And what a beautiful conversation they had with each other, and how he just heard his voice. And um, it was beautiful, so inspiring, and I got so much out of that. Uh, and then also, what Rhonda had recommended as well is Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, who is all about channeling the law of attraction. Esther Hicks channels Abraham, and that's where he got his name, Abraham Hicks. So one day when I was in YouTube land scrolling for Abraham Hicks, I ran across Tina Spalding channeling Jesus. And that stopped me in my tracks. And I thought, wow, could it be really? And when I listened, it just rang true. It just really impacted me, or hit me between the eyes, so to speak, or maybe hit me in my heart. So one of the first things that Jesus recommended via Tina was to study A Course in Miracles. And wow, that book has really made an impact on me and how I saw the world, how I saw myself. I should say, see myself, see the world, see God. Um, and so I want to share some of the things that I learned, with channeling. In the church, we the church would have looked upon channeling as taboo, something from the devil, demonic, to hear voices. And but there are many examples in the Bible where Moses heard the voice of God giving the Ten Commandments. Samuel heard voices. Many examples of where humans heard spirit. I say spirit, angels, God, Jesus. Um, speak to them. So it really wasn't that much of a stretch to allow myself to believe that that's possible. So in this Course in Miracles is channeled is channeled material. Jesus channeled this material, and it's a course about changing from wrong-minded thinking to right-minded thinking. One of the first things that we were taught was that I'm not never upset for the reason I think I am, that I see only past. I see only the past. I'm preoccupied with past thoughts. And that colors what I see. So I'm never upset for what I think that I am upset about. So, and that's where the journey began. And there are so many things that I've learned through A Course in Miracles that I want to share with you. The difference in the way the church taught and the way that I believe now, and how it has shifted my perception. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll join me next time.